Let's pray. Almighty God, who in your wisdom and goodness have appointed the offices of leaders and legislative assemblies for the welfare of society and the just government of the people, we beseech you to behold with your burden favor us, your servants, whom you have been pleased to call to the performance of important trust in this republic. Let your blessings descend upon us here assembled, and grant that we treat and consider all matters that shall come under our deliberation in so just and faithful a manner as to promote your honor and glory, and to advance the peace, prosperity, and welfare of our country and of those whose interests you have committed to our charge. Amen. Good morning, honorable members. Could we start?
Order number 1, administration of oath.
Next order.
Order number 2, communication from the chair.
Next order.
Order number 3, messages.
Next order.
Order number 4, petitions.
Next order.
Order number 5, papers.
Next order.
Order number 6, notices of motion.
Next order.
Order number 7, statements.
I have several statements to be presented before this House. I call upon Honorable Nicholas Nzioka, Majority Leader, to come forward to make that presentation.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Honorable Speaker, the House Business Committee met on 10th October 2025 to prioritize business for the House as forwarded by committees and honorable members pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order number 151, Suborder 6D. The committee balloted business as follows. Tuesday morning, 14th October 2025 at 10 a.m. 1. Response to a statement on status of public markets and stalls regulations by the Honorable Francis Kaviu. Number 2, response to a statement on status of conflict resolution between residents of Masinga Sub-County and Kitwasko on water bills and revenue collection by the Honorable Daniel Mwindi. Number 3, report of the Water and Irrigation Committee on the performance of the Department of Water and Irrigation for financial year 22-23 by the Honorable Daniel Mwindi. Tuesday morning, sorry, Madam Speaker, there was a typo. Tuesday afternoon, 14th October 2025 at 2:30 p.m., Report of the Water and Irrigation Committee on the performance of the Department of Water and Irrigation for financial year 23-24 by the Honorable Daniel Mwendi. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Majority Leader. We have a response to a statement which was sought by Honorable Boniface Katiti. I want to invite Honorable Mwaki Musila, Chairperson, Transport, Roads and Public Works, to come forward and make that presentation.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. My name is Mwokiwa Musila, MCA, Ndidini Ward, Chair, Transport. Response to a statement sought by Honorable Boniface Katiti on recarpeting of Seveni Kionyweni Road and construction of Kikumini Drift. Honorable Speaker, Standing Order 41.3 provides that where a member requests for a statement from the committee chairperson relating to matters under the mandate of the committee, the Speaker may either appoint a day for the statement or direct that the statement sought must be issued on the same day, and the statement sought be restricted to matters within the mandate of the committee and which have been exhaustively dealt with and concluded by the committee, or where the chairperson is authorized by members to issue preliminary reports to the House. Honorable Speaker, on 22nd July 2025, during afternoon plenary sitting, a statement was sought by Honorable Boniface Katiti seeking information on the following. A, why the county government has failed to maintain and recarpet the Seveni Kionyweni Road and repair Kikulumi Drift despite previous budget approvals to the Department of Roads and Transport. B, what plans are in place to recarpet the said road and reconstruct the drift, and when residents should expect the works to commence. Thank you. Honorable Speaker, in response to the above statement, the committee requested information from the Chief Officer, Roads and Transport, via the letter reference MKS CA or that, dated 23rd July 2025, and the department responded by their letter as noted there, dated 30th July 2025 as follows. 1, that the projects are under the KRB, that is Kenya Roads Board work plan for the year 25-26, and once the work plan is finalized and approved, a copy will be available to the Assembly for information. 2, in the draft work plan, the department will undertake minor repairs of Seveni Kionyweni, which will address short-term activities such as pothole repairs at the damaged sections. Long-term measures, namely recarpeting of the entire stretch, will be done once the proposed budget has been approved by the executive. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Musila. I now invite Honorable Boniface Katiti to tell this House whether he's satisfied with the response given. Can come forward.
Honorable Speaker, first and foremost, I want to thank the Committee of Roads and Transport for the effort that they did. But I'm not satisfied for some reasons, because in the first attempt, the first response that we got about the projects that they are under KRB, I'm not opposing. But in the response number 2, where they are talking about the measures, about the long term, and the short term and the long term measures that we undertake, I somehow disagree with them, owing to the fact that the rains are almost coming. It's only almost a month to the rains now, and one of the measures they are saying is now that about the portal patching or the portal repairs. That road, I don't know whether the Committee of Roads and Education did go for the site visit so that they can have a good report about the same. Because that road does not even now need require portal patching or portal repairs. It entails recarpeting, the full recarpeting of the road. So I disagree with that report because the old stretch needs those long-term measures that the departments wants to undertake. The other thing, on those the answers about the projects, now they are narrowing back to only to one item, the road, but not they are not talking about the budget of the drift. So I would encourage the chair committee of roads and transport, let the issue of the drift be addressed because they are narrowing to the road alone. In this assembly, in June 30th this year, we passed a budget in this assembly. We approved a budget of almost 1.1 billion for development in the law department. The vote for the routine maintenance for those roads was almost 800 plus million. And I believe that road has to have a budget there. I don't know where, because they are talking about access roads, which almost takes about 1.8 million, and major roads. That's almost 500 something, 49 million. Where is that road classified? Is it among the major roads or the access roads? So let the committee go back and address that issue so that when it comes to, when you get the right response in this assembly, then the department can respond well. You have talked about the draft work plan. You have talked about a budget that has been waiting, the executive is waiting to approve. Tell me what budget, because I don't know which budget that we approved a budget in this assembly. Tell me about the timelines. When should this work commence? Tell me when. Let the department tell you when and when the road should commence, because the people will then need that road. That road should not be classified as a
point of information, Honorable Speaker.
Allow him to finish.
So that road, I would wish that it should be classified as a major road because it's connected 3 wards. It's connected with the Deni, Masi, and Kibaoni. It's even water, the count of the count of water. So it should be classified among the major roads, and for that 549 million, then it should be made available to cater for that road. But thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable.
I'm not satisfied.
I agree. I agree.
Madam Speaker.
Well.
Madam Speaker.
Okay. Honorable Ndawa, Honorable Kavio, Honorable Majority Leader, Honorable Musila, in that order.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. My name is.
But let's not dwell on the matter so much.
Yes.
The member is not satisfied.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
My name is Judas Ndawa, the area member of Matru. Honorable Speaker, I would like to take this opportunity before I talk on this. I want to welcome our future leaders, whom I can see in the
That's my work.
speakers gallery.
That's my work.
The reason why I'm doing so, they come from our area, and they may think that Ndawa does not love them. So, Honorable Speaker.
I'm saying that's
Sir,
my work.
okay,
and
you'll
I was
give me-
to give you an
you-
opportunity.
Okay. Thank
Yeah,
you.
okay.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Coming to the business before the House, Honorable Speaker, I'm a member of that Transport Committee. And Honorable Speaker, the information I just want to give is that once a statement is sought before this House, the answer does not come from the committee. The committee writes to the department, and the report we are bringing here is exactly what we got from the department. And since the matter has not been agreed upon, we pledge. The moment it is referred back to the committee, we will be more serious on it. We will be more serious on it because as we wait for the report to come from the department, we will also take part in conducting a site visit to the area where the road is, so that as we bring the report, we are sure the report has captured or what is expected to be captured. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Honorable Kavi.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I just wanted also maybe to, it's a point of information. Sometimes back when we were being trained by one of the facilitators, there was an aspect of issues that have financial or budgetary implication, and as the committee looks at looking for feedback, they also need to establish whether the budget requirement that is needed for that particular work is well captured, and if it is not, the focus should be ensuring if there will be any supplementary, they need to find a way how that particular road will be supplemented for it to be captured as part of the projects that are located to be executed. Because even if the committee goes back 10 times, if the budgetary aspect of it is not factored, then we'll just keep getting back and forth. So I request the committee, even as they pursue the Department of Roads, let them get clear details and facts on whether there is a provision for that particular, because the people of Modedeni also deserves an opportunity to be served and also to have better roads. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member. Honorable Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I just want to weigh in on two issues. One is the issue of the nature of our budget. Our budget is not itemized budget. Our budget is program-based budget. I also want to recognize that the person who had sought the statement gave us figures that in this particular budget, the Department of Roads is 1.2 billion.
Point of information?
It's a Honorable Member.
Yes, it's not a person.
Not a
That is
person.
what I wanted to inform the
Also pick
majority
that.
leader.
Thank you.
It's-
Thank you, Madam Speaker. It only happens that me and him see each other every day. And I think that is
We are in Parliament.
Yes.
We are in Parliament.
well guided.
Yes.
Well guided. We have visitors. Mheshimiwa Mike, we have
Okay.
visitors.
Proceed,
So,
Honorable.
we allocated, of course, 1.2 billion for the department. And again, if you dig deeper into
How
the
much?
1.2 billion.
1.2 B.
If you dig deeper into the billion, there's money for operations and money for development. And money for development is very little. Maybe 200 million, I think, or 300 million for this financial year. Being a competitive county, we have 40 elected MCAs. My advice to the seeker of the statement is, even as the committee, if you refer back the statement to the committee, even as the committee works very hard to bring him a good response in the floor of the House, he may want to engage with the people who work in the Department of Road, for lack of a better word, awakatie, ili drift yake ifanya nini, weko hapo. Otherwise, me, I will go to take my cake. Mheshimiwa Kitaka will go to take his cake. Mheshimiwa Ndawa, the leader of minority. And within a few days, the budget is exhausted. The other issue, I think it has escaped my mind because of interruption from Mheshimiwa Mike. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
So are you saying we must speak to the executive before your programs are done?
No, I'm not saying that. You know, the executive have their priorities. They have priorities, of course. But maybe part of the priority is not his reach or his drift. So I'm just saying, as a representative of the people, he has a duty to make sure the executive feels the people of Mudedeni. That's all I'm saying. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
I think the best way
Thank
just
you.
to bring the
Point of
statement
information,
here.
Madam Speaker. Point of information.
Where is it coming from?
Yeah. From here.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, proceed.
I'm Alphonse Motinda, member representing Kiva Ward. Somehow, I want to agree with the majority how we should be about the dividing the cake. But I advise it should not be done at that point. Let it, before we first budget, be first divide the cake, then we first the budget. So that if I'm passing the budget, I'll be able to know the portion of my cake. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Member. It was Honorable
Yeah,
Musita
then I close
who is
the.
the one who is responding.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you,
proceed.
Madam Speaker. Then we close
Give you
it.
an opportunity.
Yeah, Madam Speaker, I would request we close the whole business because the seeker of the
So that you can go
statement
back and do
has
a
taken
better
it
job.
back to us.
Yeah.
We don't dwell on one thing for so long. I just wanted to comment on two issues. One, the business of upgrading roads, it doesn't lie with the committee. You'll need to generate from the area so that that road of yours can be upgraded from whatever it is today to even if it is national, because you are saying it touches even Makueni. Two, you only sought issues about a road that has already been approved to be undertaken by KRB. The budgets by KRB, we are only waiting for the programs to be approved and your road will be done. Three, if you are not satisfied with what we have done, we are going as a committee to go on the ground, pick what we can, or pick the correct information about your road, then we'll be back here with answers that I wish or I hope will satisfy you. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
That's very important. Do you still want to add anything?
My name is Boniface Maeke, member of County Assembly representing the people of Kalama. Madam Speaker, we've heard a lot of statements seeking or trying to look for different solutions. You go to the water department and every concurrent statements are statements trying to ask why such and such project has not been done in such and such place. Madam Speaker, I believe it is not yet too late, that now in the coming budget, we compel or we come up with a proper structure where now we change our programs from our budget from program-based to itemized budget. The reason being, Madam Speaker, and I believe, if I'm not wrong, what majority leader said, in one way or the other, is the truth. But it can in one way or the other undermine some of our core works in this house, because one of our core works is oversight. And if my getting projects in Kalama Ward is pegged on the Kukatia. Kukatia, for those who don't understand, is wooing. For those who don't understand, is being good. Is trying to behave in a manner likely to suggest that you are good to the executive. And I believe if that now brings the foundation of working for the people of Machakos, we are not going to get a tangible development. Somebody challenged me this
this last Friday. And he told me, Machakos, you're doing good, but you've forgotten some of the key things. I wish we would dwell on the infrastructural, because, Madam Speaker, road is essential. Madam Speaker, even if you have a level 6 hospital in Mudhedheni ward, less the provision of a good road, less the provision of water, even if we have good things. So, Madam Speaker, I agree with what the member is saying and what the chairman, Rod, is saying, but with the mood of the House which is there, it is high time also we look into the way of doing things. Because if Machakos Central is clapping and Mudhedheni is crying, that work is almost in futility, because by the end of the day, it's about votes. You get votes in Machakos, you lose in Mudhedheni. Even so, it's about politics. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Member. I think we leave it at that. The member from Mudhedheni is not satisfied with the response given by the chairperson of Roads. Members have also contributed and also contributed towards this, said that they need to do more. Members of that committee, that is, that they need to do more, even visit the place. So I will recommit this statement once again to the same committee to address the concerns raised by the member who sought it, and also the other concerns that have been raised by members, and bring a report here on or before 4th of November 2025. So therefore, the statement is referred back to the Transport, Roads and Public Works Committee for inquiry, address the issues the members have raised, and then the committee will report to this House on or before 4th of November 2025. Members, before I move to the next item, we have guests. We have visitors in the gallery, and I want to tell you who our guests are. So there's a communication from the chair. Visitors in the public gallery. Honorable members, I have the following communication to make. I wish to acknowledge the presence of teachers and pupils of Ngoliba Primary and Junior Secondary School in Dalani Ward who have visited the assembly for a learning session. I take this opportunity to welcome the students and the teachers. Honorable Francis Kitaka and other members, honorable members of Yatta Sub-County will be given an opportunity to welcome them on behalf of the assembly. Personally, as a speaker, I want to invite and welcome the teachers and pupils of Ngoliba Primary School and Junior Secondary School to this assembly. I pray that as you sit there, you learn something on how we conduct businesses in the House, because you are our future leaders. So feel very highly welcome to this place. Thank you, members. Let's move to the next item, which is a statement that was sought by Honorable Evelyn Zeki on status of boreholes in Kangundo East, and Honorable Daniel Muindi, Chairperson Committee on Water and Irrigation, is the member to respond to that. I invite him and welcome. Come forward. Honorable Muindi, please.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Honorable Speaker, this statement was sought on Tuesday morning, 5th August 2025 at 10 a.m. by Honorable Evelyn Zeki from the Chairperson Water and Irrigation Committee on the following. One, what measures is the county government undertaking to rehabilitate, equip, or authorization these boards in Kangundo Eastward during the 2025-2026 financial year to ensure consistent water supply for the residents? Two, what additional water-related projects are planned for implementation in Kangundo East Ward during the 2025-2026 financial year to provide residents with clean and safe water within reasonable reach? Honorable Speaker, I therefore wish to state that the Department of Water and Irrigation responded as follows: that the department has already procured materials to repair Kadome dispensary borehole, which will be repaired soon after the test pumping unit, which is currently not working, is serviceable. The department has also planned to undertake the following projects during the financial year 2025-2026. One, repair of Manyata primary ball, equipping Matoma ball. Third, construction of weir along Chana River at Guamuresia. Thank you, Madam Speaker. Thank you. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. Honorable Mwindi, you are really tickling us. Thank you, Honorable Mwindi, for your presentation. At this point, I would like to invite Honorable Evelyn Zeki to come forward and state whether the statement is satisfactory or not.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I failed to comprehend whether the department was in short of words to respond to my statements. However, indeed, I sought the statement concerning the 4 boreholes in my ward. 3 were non-operational and 1 was capped. The one which was capped, as we talk now, has been sorrelized and water reticulation is ongoing. Out of the three which were non-operational, 1 is being rehabilitated, that is ABC Kiamba borehole. Madam Speaker, I want to give the department a benefit of doubt, hoping the remaining 2 will be worked upon soon, failure to which I'll be back in a month's time. But as now, I'm satisfied.
That's impressive, members. I am happy with what I've heard, that the member is satisfied, and she's hoping that the 2 that are not operational yet, they will be operationalized. And that is something, that there is hope there, isn't it? Thank you. So we leave it at that and wait and see how it goes. Then if it doesn't go well, we are back here. All right. Let's proceed, members. Next order.
Order number 8, motion, approval of report on implementation of House resolutions regarding status of Mavoko, Kimutwa, Mutituni, and Katoloni slaughterhouses.
Honorable members, you recall that this is a motion that we had commenced handling last time we were before this House. Honorable Dominic Maitha, Chairperson, Committee on Implementation, had started us off. We had gone as far as the motion had been moved and I think it had been seconded. Question had been proposed. What had remained was the mover to highlight on the report. Then we go ahead and debate on the matter. At this point, therefore, I want to invite Honorable Dominic Maitha to come forward and highlight on the report.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I want to be very brief and straight to the point. As I said before, I thank the members for their patience on this report that has really since taken a lot of time in the floor of the House due to unavoidable circumstances. Madam Speaker, before I proceed and prosecute the report, I want to say that the report by the Committee on Implementation is a response to a report that was tabled in this House and various issues were raised. So I would beg and seek the leave of the House that I present it as it is, because I will be very brief, because we are only responding to the issues that were raised. And I want to start with the chairpersons forward. Honorable Speaker, on 4th May 2022, this House adopted the report of Sectoral Committee on Agriculture on matters relating to the status of Katoloni, Kalama, Mavoko, and Mutituni Slaughterhouse. On that aspect, I want to guide members so that they might not look lost. We are dealing with the report that was passed by the Second Assembly. So we are now acting on what was passed along, so that's why it's dating back to 2022. Consequently, in accordance with Article 125 of the Constitution, Section 8 and 9 of the County Governments Act 2012, and together with standing orders number 188, the resolutions made by this Honorable House stood committed to the Select Committee on Implementation to scrutinize, inquire into, investigate, and report on the implementation status of the resolutions of the House. Honorable Speaker, in line with this mandate, the committee wrote to the Department of Livestock and Fisheries Development on the 16th of September 2024 with an attached list of House resolutions pending before them seeking their status of implementation. Honorable Speaker, pursuant to Standing Order 181 of the County Assembly Standing Orders and Article 183 Suborder 3 of the Constitution, the committee on 19th of September 2024 received a response from the Department of Livestock and Fisheries Development on implementation status of the aforementioned House resolutions. The response from the Department of Agriculture was procedurally tabled before the committee on the Monday of 24th September 2024, and the committee during its various sittings scrutinized the written submissions received from the executive, and is also held a meeting with the Chief Officer, Department of Livestock and Fisheries Development, seeking clarification and deliberate further on the submissions provided. Honorable Speaker, in its deliberations, the committee, guided by the responses received from the Department of Livestock, it noted that the financial year 2023-2024, the approved budget for implementation of House resolution relating to the Mavoko, Mutituni, and Kalama slaughterhouses was 15,851 shillings, 697 and 56 shillings, that is for Mavoko, 7,919 shillings, 865 shillings for Mutituni, and 7,919 shillings, 865 respectively for the Kalama slaughterhouse. The committee also noted that the approved budget for renovation of Katoloni slaughterhouse in the financial year 2024-2025 was Kenya shillings 20 million. Honorable Speaker, below is a summary report of each slaughterhouse as responded by the department as at June 2025. 1. Mavoko slaughterhouse is undergoing rehabilitation at a cost of 15,851 million shillings, as mentioned before, using the 2023-2024 budget, and rehabilitation work is at 62.9%. Kimutua slaughterhouse, which is a new slaughterhouse, is undergoing construction at a cost of 7.9 million shillings, 7,919 shillings, 865, using the 2023-2024 budget, and the construction works is at 89.2% complete. 3, Katoloni slaughterhouse had been budgeted to be rehabilitated at a cost of, in 2024-2025 financial year, at a cost of 20 million shillings, and the budget was reallocated during the first supplemented budget, which happened last year towards the tail end of last year. Mutituni slaughterhouse, a new slaughterhouse, is under construction at a cost of 7.9 million using the 2023-2024 financial year budget, and it is at 50% complete. Honorable Speaker, informed of the above responses, the committee conducted a fact-finding mission to the above-mentioned slaughterhouses to check their completion status, and the following observations were made as relates each slaughterhouse. 1. Mavoko slaughterhouse. The contractor has installed a modern-oriented effluent treatment plant for the treatment of wastewater generated from the process of slaughtering, meat processing, and other byproducts. The treatment plant was not in use as by the time of visit as a result of non-payment. 2, the inspection meat office is 100% complete, but not in use due to non-payment of the contractor. 3, the floor of the main slaughterhouse has potholes. The ceiling paint is already peeling off. Cold storage section is not operational, and the exit door is also in a deplorable condition. 4, the slaughterhouse lacks proper constructed manure base section for disposal of rumen and intestine waste, as well as the plans on how to remove the fuel solid waste. 2, Kimutua Slaughterhouse. Honorable Speaker, Kimutua Slaughterhouse is situated adjacent to Kimutua Market, direct opposite to the Machakos County Public Health Center, and on the lower side, there is a church, a Catholic church, which may be vulnerable from the wastewater processed by the abattoir. The location of the abattoir is raising a public outcry. 2, the abattoir is constructed in a plot approximately measuring 50 by 100 meters, and inside the plot, there are different buildings including animal holding bay, the slaughter hall, house hall, perimeter fencing, water storing tank, drainage system, and wastewater treatment facility as the major structures within that 50 by 100 plot, 100 plot meter, Speaker. 3, as essential amenities like water supply, latrine, meat inspector's office, and the shooting room were missing despite their vital role in a meat production unit. 4, the facility is yet to be handed over, that is, I beg to correct it, to be handed over due to non-payment of the contractor. 3, Catalonia Slaughterhouse. Honorable Speaker, 1, the slaughterhouse has been abandoned and not in operation. 2, the existing structure has been completely vandalized, and that all raised windows, doors, and meter boxes have been removed. 3, all piping works have been interfered with, thus weakening the existing structure. 4, the proposed renovation amounting to over 20 million for the financial year 2024-2025 is yet to take place. Slaughterhouse number 4, that is Mutituni. The existing slaughterhouse 1 is in dire need of renovation. 2, construction of an extra slaughterhouse is ongoing. The constructed drainage tunnel and biodigester systems are incomplete. Honorable Speaker, the above records of evidence obtained by the committee during its fact-finding mission and the responses submitted to the committee by the Department of Livestock and Fisheries Department from the basis of the committee's report on the implementation status of the House resolutions as outlined in the report. Honorable Speaker, the committee registers its appreciation to the Office of the Speaker and the Clerk of the County Assembly for facilitating it towards the achievement of its mandate and the production of this report. Pursuant to Standing Order number 198, it's therefore my place and duty and privilege on behalf of the Select Committee on Implementation to lay this report on the table of the House for considering and adoption. Honorable Speaker, I will not go straight to the preface because much of what is on the preface was sent to our assembly wall and members have gone through it. I will just go straight to the committee recommendations, honorable members. Because basically what I have read is already captured in our fact finding, and if I go to the committee recommendations with just a good small rejoinder, it will sum up everything. Honorable Speaker, the Committee on Agriculture in their oversight role should investigate further the following and appraise the House on the same within 21 days if possible. Maybe honorable members, guided by my clerk, I would wish to go to section 3.0 so that I can start there. But, Honorable Speaker, because the implementation status of the House resolution, it is a matter that was presented in this House. So those House resolutions which were asked for, I will read. Number 8, Honorable Speaker, the report of Bisectoral Committee on Agriculture and the following House resolutions, which the Chief Officer, Department of Livestock and Fisheries Development, responded as discussed below. Number 9, House resolution number 1, that the Department of Agriculture and Food Security demarcates and fences off the slaughterhouses to ensure safety of members of the public and also security of the premises. What is the implementation status? The above House resolution is fully implemented in Mavoko, Mutituni, and Kimutua, but partially implemented in Catalonia. Then below, is the implementation status report of each slaughterhouse as submitted by the department. A, Mavoko Slaughterhouse. The 200 meters of fence has been done with a lockable gate, and the land has been demarcated, and the slaughterhouse is under rehabilitation. B, Mutituni Slaughterhouse. Demarcation of the land has been done. A new slaughterhouse is under construction with fence and lockable gate. C, Kimutwa Slaughterhouse. Demarcation of land has been done. A new slaughterhouse constructed and fenced with lockable gate. D, Kalotoloni Slaughterhouse. Land demarcated, fence not done since the funds allocated in the financial year 22-24-25 financial year were reallocated. Resolution number 2, that the Department of Agriculture and Food Security closes Mutituni Slaughterhouse pending rehabilitation of the wool facility within 1 month. The implementation status. The House resolution was not implemented. Honorable Speaker, the department in its own response stated that the slaughterhouse offers critical services to Mutituni and Machakos town communities, and therefore closing the abattoir would have negative impact to the said communities. In an attempt to address the above House resolution, the department responded that a new slaughterhouse, which is 50% complete, had been constructed at a cost of 7.9 million shillings using the financial year 2023-2024 budget. In view of the above responses, the committee would wish to inform this Honorable House that by the time of visit, the existing status of Mutituni Slaughterhouse Hall was in dire need of renovation, and that the new constructed slaughterhouse, which is 50% complete, had stalled since the contractor was out of sight. In this regard, Honorable Speaker, the committee was not convinced on how the allocated fund amounting to 7.9 billion shillings for the construction of Mutituni Slaughterhouse was spent, since the said project is incomplete and the financial year into which the project was earmarked had already lapsed. House resolution number 3, Honorable Speaker, that the Department of Agriculture and Food Security, in collaboration with other relevant departments, establishes proper record keeping on the number of animals slaughtered vis-a-vis revenue generated for proper accountability and seal loopholes in terms of corruption. The implementation status. This resolution is fully implemented. The department responded that a proper record keeping has been instituted in the 2 functional public slaughterhouses, which are Mutituni and Mavoko. On matters relating to revenue, the committee was informed that the Department of Finance has attached revenue officers to the said functional slaughterhouses to enhance revenue collection through the county pay bill. Resolution number 4, that the Department of Agriculture and Food Security deploy adequate staff to man the slaughterhouses and ensure quality service and the service delivery and accountability. What's the implementation status? The House resolution is fully implemented. The committee was informed that the adequate staff have been deployed to work in Mutituni and Mavoko slaughterhouses. House resolution number 5. What I will do is, if the resolution has been implemented, then I will just say it is implemented, so I don't need to read the assembly request. That the Department of Agriculture and Food Security ensure where the slaughterhouses are located, there is adequate holding yard for animals awaiting slaughtering and is located far from buildings used for industrial, commercial, and residential purposes. The implementation status is that it is partially implemented. The chief officer submitted that adequate holding yards have been set up at Mutituni and Kimutwa slaughterhouses, which are under construction, as well as Mavoko slaughterhouse, which is under rehabilitation. On the other note, they stated that the slaughterhouses have not been relocated away from the buildings used for industrial, commercial, and residential purposes due to lack of public land. Honorable Speaker, although the House resolution is partially implemented using public funds, there is public outcry by the Kimutwa residents in relation to the Kimutwa slaughterhouse, which is in close proximity to a place of worship, market, and county government health facility. In this regard, the committee felt that the Department of Livestock never complied with the principles of public finance and is outlined under Article 201A of the Constitution of Kenya, that provided that there shall be openness and accountability, including public participation in initiation and implementation of projects where public funds is involved. Honorable Speaker, the committee in its fact-finding mission to the said slaughterhouse, it was informed that by the members of the public that no public participation forum was conducted in relation to the location of the said project before its commencement, and that some of the residents are vowed to move to court to obtain orders in respect to the project location. Honorable Speaker, in addition to the above, the committee was not convinced on how the allocated funds amounting to 7.9 million shillings for the construction of Kemutwa Slaughterhouse was spent, since the SAGE project is incomplete. The financial year into which the project was earmarked to be constructed has also lapsed, and the constructed buildings does not match with the aforementioned allocation. In this case, Honorable Speaker, the committee observed that the provisions of Section 104 of the County Government Act of 2012 had been contravened. Honorable Speaker, in view of the above, the accounting officer should account for the finances approved by this Honorable House in the financial year 2023-2024 for the construction of Kemutwa Slaughterhouse. House Resolution number 6, that the Katoloni Slaughterhouse be reopened and operationalized. The implementation status is that it was not implemented. The Department of Livestock submitted that the aforementioned slaughterhouse is closed and that rehabilitation of the same will take place in the financial year 2025-2026. Honorable Speaker, Implementation Committee would wish to bring to the attention of the House that during its fact-finding mission to the said abattoir, it found out that the existing structure has been vandalized and that all metallic fittings, including the raised windows, doors, and meter boxes, are missing. In addition, it also found out that the piping works have been interfered with, thus weakening the existing structure. Based on the aforementioned, the committee, through a letter reference, as indicated, dated on 10th of July 2025, requested for a comprehensive update on the resolutions of the committee meeting held on 24th October 2024 relating to the allocated funds amounting to 20 million made for the rehabilitation of Katoloni Slaughterhouse and the current status of Makovoko, Kemutwa, and Kemutwa Slaughterhouses at June 2025. Honorable Speaker, the responses received by the committee from the Department of Livestock gave clear report of the current status of the said slaughterhouses, but it lacked responses relating to the utilization of the 20 million shillings allocated for rehabilitation of Katoloni Slaughterhouse during the financial year 2024-2025. In this regard, the accounting officer should account for the above stated allocations since the purpose of the project was never met as appropriated by this Honorable House. Resolution number 7, that the county government ensures that they secure the parcels of land by acquiring title deeds where the slaughterhouses are located. The implementation status is that partially implemented since the department has initiated the process of acquiring the title deeds. House Resolution number 8, that the Department of Agriculture and Food Security comes up with humane ways of slaughtering animals. The implementation status is that it is being practiced in Mavoko Slaughterhouse by use of stun guns, and there are plans to construct a stun gun box at Kemutwa and Mutituni Slaughterhouses. Resolution number 9, that the Department of Agriculture and Food Security explores the option of public-private partnership for county-owned slaughterhouses to enhance service delivery to the farmers since the department is unable to manage the slaughterhouses within the county. And the implementation status is that it is not implemented. The department has not embraced the public-private partnership for county-owned slaughterhouses since the management and service delivery of the two functional public slaughterhouses have improved tremendously after posting meat inspector and revenue officers. House Resolution number 10, that the Department of Agriculture and Food Security conduct public participation to assess viability before setting up a slaughterhouse. The implementation status, it has not been implemented. Honorable Speaker, the department stated that there is no new public slaughterhouse that has been constructed since 2022, and that all the 4 public slaughterhouses were not constructed by the county government, but were inherited from the national government after devolution in 2013. The committee's general observations. Honorable Speaker, having considered the submissions made by the Department of Livestock and Fisheries Development on the implementation status of the House resolution relating to the status of Mavoko, Mutituni, Kalama, and Katoloni slaughterhouses, and in line with the Standing Order number 182, Suborder 2A, the Committee on Implementation made the following observations. A, on whether or not such decisions of the House and undertakings have been implemented. Honorable Speaker, guided by the House resolution relating to the implementation status of a report by the Sectoral Committee on Agriculture and responses obtained from the Department of Livestock and Fisheries Development, the committee observed that the department had partially implemented the House resolution in Mavoko, Mutituni, and Kalama. The House resolution relating to Katoloni Slaughterhouse has not been implemented, and that the existing structure has been vandalized with all piping works interfered with, thus weakening the existing structure. In this regard, In a meeting between the committee and Department of Livestock, it was resolved that the said allocation made for Kataloni Slaughterhouse be reallocated to complete the painting works in Mavoko, Kimutwa, and Mutituni. B, where the House resolution have been implemented and the extent to which they have been implemented. Honorable Speaker, the House resolution relating to the report of Agriculture Committee has been partially implemented in Mavoko, Mutituni, and Kimutwa, as tabulated below. 1. Mavoko Slaughterhouse implemented in the River Ward using the financial year 2023-2024 budget amounting to 15,851 shillings 697, and that the rehabilitation work is at 62.9% complete. 2. Kimutwa Slaughterhouse implemented in Kalama Ward using the 2023-2024 financial year budget amounting to 7.9 million, and the new slaughterhouse is under construction, and that the construction work is at 89.2% complete. 3. Mutituni Slaughterhouse implemented in Mutituni Ward using the 2023-2024 financial year amounting to 7.9 million shillings, and the construction work is at 50% complete. 4. Katoloni Slaughterhouse had been budgeted to be rehabilitated during the 2024-25 financial year at a cost of 20 million shillings, but the said amount was reallocated during the supplementary budget. C. Whether the implementation has taken place within the minimum time necessary. Honorable Speaker, informed by Section 45 of the Public Finance Management Act of 2012 that provides that an appropriation that has not been spent at the end of the financial year for which it was appropriated shall lapse immediately at the end of that financial year, and aware that the Department of Public Works is required to set out timeframes of any given project depending on its scope. Further aware that the rehabilitation of Mavoko Slaughterhouse and construction of Mutituni Kimutwa Slaughterhouses were earmarked to be implemented using the 2023-2024 financial year budget, and that rehabilitation of Katoloni Slaughterhouse was approved to be implemented with the 2024-2025 financial year budget. Honorable Speaker, in line with the above provisions and further guided by responses submitted by the Department of Livestock and Fisheries Development, the committee wishes to inform these honorable House that the implementation status of Mavoko, Mutituni, Katoloni, and Kalama slaughterhouses did not take place with the minimum time necessary, owing to the fact that the financial year into which rehabilitation of the same and construction of the same slaughterhouses and labs and the construction or rehabilitations are incomplete. In addition, Honorable Speaker, the committee strongly affirms that the department has not adhered to the values and principles of public service as outlined in Article 232B of the Constitution of Kenya as related to the implementation of Mavoko, Mutituni, Kimutwa, and Katoloni slaughterhouses. Honorable Speaker, I want now to go straight to the committee recommendations. Honorable Speaker, 1, that the Committee on Agriculture in their oversight role should investigate further on the following and appraise the House on the same within 21 days. 1. Funds appropriated towards the construction of Kimutwa and Mutituni slaughterhouses for it had similar budget allocation despite their location and the scope of work. Further, in line with Article 201 sub-order A, which calls for openness and accountability as the key principle of public finance, and owing to the fact that procurement is a house of procurement is a house of rules and a game of records, the committee should table a comprehensive report which provides breakdown on how the said allocations were spent. 2, a comprehensive report providing reasons as to why the department awarded one contractor to carry out construction of Mutituni, Kimutwa slaughterhouses and rehabilitation of Mavoko slaughterhouse as in the financial year 2023-2024, a scenario which attributed to prolonged completion of the said projects. I want to repeat that. A comprehensive report providing reasons as to why the department awarded one contractor to carry out construction of Mutituni, Kimutwa slaughterhouses and rehabilitation of Mavoko slaughterhouse as financed in the year 2023-2024, a scenario which attributed to prolonged completion of the said project. 2, public participation prior to budgeting for projects. Now, the Department of Livestock and Fisheries Development in future implementation of projects ensure public participations are conducted in line with Article 174C, which gives power of self-governance to the people and enhance the participation of the people in the exercise of the powers of the state and in making decisions affecting them. Compliance of these provisions ensures that projects undertaken are relevant, people-driven, and sustainable as provided for under Article 10(2)(d) of the Constitution of Kenya. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I just want to take like 2 minutes. This report is self-explanatory. We were acting on a House resolution which were made by the Second Assembly, and our report is tabled as it is on the ground right now. Madam Speaker, the issues that we have raised. One, on the issue of the completion of the projects, Madam Speaker, we went round and we found that, yes, works were ongoing as per the House recommendations. But the most unfortunate thing, Madam Speaker, that has stalled the completion and realization to use to these 4 slaughterhouses, the major issue is non-payment, Honorable Speaker. We managed to speak to the contractor, and she was really disappointed because if you go, for example, to Kalama, Kalama is almost complete. But she cannot hand over the project to the county government because she has never been paid even a single cent as we speak now. The same case applies to Mavoko. If you go to Mavoko, Madam Speaker, the quality of works that contractor has undertaken are commendable. But as we speak today, because they're incomplete, they have already started getting deteriorated. They have started becoming to be in a deplorable state, which she will have to go back again and redo the same because she has not been paid. And it is replicated in the Mutituni slaughterhouse. And the honorable members for those areas represented by those slaughterhouses can attest once given the opportunity. So, Madam Speaker, what we want to ask the department is, are we budgeting projects for the sake of budgeting projects? We already have a budget. So what we are requesting of the department is they proceed immediately and pay the contractor so that the contractor can accomplish his or her work. And not even to this contractor, Madam Speaker, even to other contractors. Because when you are speaking of a budget of 2023-2024, and already we are in the financial year 2025-2026, then, Madam Speaker, we are not respecting the principles of financial management. In terms of even the contractor, Madam Speaker, procurement is one area where the national government is trying to insist for openness and transparency. And the resistance is visible for reasons well known by those who are resisting to it. Madam Speaker, I highly doubt whether if there was openness in advertising these said contracts, if it would have been possible for one contractor to win. It seemed there was coercion on the same. One, the cost of doing a slaughterhouse in Mutituni is the same cost to do a slaughterhouse in Kemutwa. Madam Speaker, you want to tell me there was not even a single variation of even a single cent? It brings more questions than answers. It means either the procurement process was stage managed, or the Department of Procurement in that ministry needs to answer questions as to why you could award the same contractor 3 jobs at almost the same price. That is an issue that we need to be raised. Finally, Madam Speaker, on the issue of public participation, in our budget making process, public participation is becoming one key issue that we cannot go against. Where you go to the people, speak to them, talk to them, address them, and they give you what they want. And that is what drives the budget making process to have the final document so that you can do what the residents or the citizens want, because that is what was enshrined in the 2020 Constitution in creating in coming up with the devolution. If you go to Kalama, Madam Speaker, the slaughterhouse in Kalama is constructed on a 50 by 100 plot. Considering the number of animals that will be slaughtered in Kalama, then one, the plot is too small. And when we did an engagement with the residents, they gave out their voices, which I've said here, Madam Speaker. Worst enough, the slaughterhouse is constructed next to a Catholic church. And I can tell you, Madam Speaker, from what we heard from the residents, immediately that slaughterhouse becomes operational, I can confirm to this house that that slaughterhouse will just be a white elephant project. Because the residents say they will go to court, it is directing its west to the Catholic church, which is less than 10 meters from the slaughterhouse. So, Madam Speaker, this enhances or brings up to the question, are we doing proper public participation when spending public funds? So those are the matters that we direct the committee and any other committees to ensure that they are followed into, because if we proceed and do this, Madam Speaker, then we'll not be doing justice to those people. On the final aspect, the Catoloni slaughterhouse, we highly recommend what the decision the committee, the department took, because we went there. There is a slaughterhouse which had been done by an American NGO, which spent more than almost 50 million shillings. But if you go there right now, Madam Speaker, it is completely vandalized. So we couldn't see any need as to why that slaughterhouse would proceed, use public funds, and then it's left again to be vandalized. So we recommend the committee on that, but we need to know, after the reallocation of the 20 million shillings, what has that money done? Because we recommended that money be used to pay the 3 ongoing rehabilitation and construction of the 3 slaughterhouses. But that has not happened. So, Madam Speaker, this committee needs to take a lot of seriousness, the Committee on Agriculture, on as to why such projects will take more than 3 years, if really we are serious. So that is the submissions of the committee, Madam Speaker, and we recommend that the committee further goes to ensure that those projects are completed as immediately as possible so that the value of money spent can be realized by the people of Machakos. Thank you, Madam Speaker. I make my submissions.
Thank you, Honorable Member. That is very, very elaborate, and I invite members to debate this matter. Honorable Majority Leader, Honorable Minority Leader, Honorable Maeke, Honorable Mbuva, in that order.
Madam Speaker, I'm just going to weigh on 2 issues. And I wish the MCA for Mvoteki Makeme was here, the Honorable Mulinge, because I think the committee is being too harsh to the people of Katoloni when they say that, and I say this, I have a picture of the slaughterhouse in Katoloni. It is vandalized. And money was allocated for that project. To reallocate the money to yet another slaughterhouse that is not also complete is not being fair to people of Katoloni. That is the slaughterhouse, Madam Speaker, that serves, I think, the second or the third largest urban area in Machakos County, which is Machakos town. Currently, I'm not very comfortable buying meat and meat products around Machakos because I do not know how the processing was done. So I wish the committee on agriculture would be fair enough and let the 20 million that was allocated for Katoloni be used to repair up to whatever stage, to a reusable stage. Then we can have, it's actually one of the best slaughterhouses in this county. It should only be improved, and that's why I'm against. Number 2, there was a recommendation of public-private partnership. Governments will never satisfy every aspect of or every need of the citizenry. So I highly recommend that the Department of Agriculture and also the county executive pursue that area of ensuring there is smooth uptake of public initiative by private people so that they can help in giving services to the citizenry. I know there are private slaughterhouses in Machakos. I know there is a private slaughterhouse in Masi. They seem to be doing well. So it is a niche that maybe we should leave to the private sector, in an arrangement that is good to the public, good to the private sector, and eventually to the people of Machakos. So private sector, public-private initiative should be encouraged in this initiative. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much. Honorable Minority, it was in that order. Honorable Maeke.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I support the report and also to thank the committee for the extensive works that they have done. And also, Madam Speaker, just to touch on the issue of transparency and accountability in terms of utilization of public resources, that is coming out very clearly. And as an assembly, it is our mandate to make sure that there is prudent use of public resources, because it's a trend that is happening across most of the projects, not only the slaughter, because even for ECD classes, you'll find somebody being issued a clustered contract of 10 classes. Then at the end of the financial years, because of either technicalities or a financial challenge, none of the projects get completed. So it is a trend that needs to stop and ensure that all works or projects that are being awarded by the county governments are done in a competitive and a transparent manner, so that we can get people who are capable, who are qualified enough to execute this project, because, Madam Speaker, what we are experiencing is what happens when you decide to award projects to friends, cronies, and even sometimes to people who do not qualify or do not understand the dynamics of doing that works. What we'll continue having is stall projects, incomplete, and at the end of the day, Madam Speaker, in public service, I've said it and I repeat again, it is the citizens who normally lose in terms of service, because governments never lose money. They lose service delivery. So anytime we have projects that are not completed, it is a service that is denied to the concerned people. And also, Madam Speaker, we also want the relevant committee to investigate, because if it's a project that was allocated funds in the financial year 2023-2024, it only means one thing. If the contractor has not been paid for them to hand over the completed project, it means funds were diverted elsewhere, because we do not have an outstanding requisition from the Treasury or the control of budget, because all the allocations that are supposed to come from the exchequer for that particular financial year was completely and in full dispersed to our government. So what we are asking the concerned parties, where did these funds go? Because that's why we are accumulating pending bills at a very fast rate. 2022, when we came in, we were at 2.7 billion. Now, in a period of less than 3 years, we are at 6.4 billion as per the recent report provided by the Control of Budget. So, why are they increasing? Yet we don't have any pending disbursement that have been held up at the National Treasury. It only means one thing, that either people are deliberately refusing to pay the contractors who are providing services and products to our county, or something is not happening. So that is what we need to investigate, and that's why I want to congratulate our Honorable Senator for Machakos for standing firm and indicating that despite the intimidation, that she's going to do the oversight. And I want to implore this House, let's also join hands with our Senator so that we can oversight and ensure our people gets the best quality, the best service that they deserve, because what is happening, it can only lead to one end, that is corruption. That is what is hindering service delivery within our county. Thank you, Madam Speaker, and let our people get what they deserve. Thank you.
Thank you, Minority Leader. Honorable Mike.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And I'll start by saying thank you to our Chair, Implementation, for such an elaborative and straightforward report. Madam Speaker, I believe, as a member of that committee, it's quite unfortunate that projects of such magnitude and projects of such importance can be, I'll not use the word neglected, but can take such a long time before they are handed over for their work. Madam Speaker, if you are a listener of the radio stations, every time in Kalama, after 3-4 days, you hear that cases of missing animals, cows, goats, and it is all over. And one reason why these things are happening is because the butcher people are slaughtering these animals from wherever. So there is no quality assurance, and also there is no control of whatever is happening. Few months ago, we were treated to a shock where one butcher person in Kimutwa market had his own slaughterhouse in their home. And cows were being slaughtered from the house, and you could buy a meat for 150 shillings, and then you get like a meat for 300 because he doesn't care because the cows are stolen, and there is no quality assurance. Madam Speaker, the Kimutwa slaughterhouse, to be in specific, it's almost, even if whatever is remaining are just the hooks for hooking the animals. But the contractor, categorically, because if there is one project that we were excited to be done by the county assembly was that slaughterhouse. It was a slaughterhouse dear to the hearts of the people because it serves the whole of Kalama and Kola ward. That's where, but right now we are slaughtering animals from Mumando, which is a bit smaller. The other place we used to slaughter animals was from Katoloni. And Madam Speaker, I believe much, even as the Agriculture Committee gets into details, something is not happening with the Katoloni. I believe there's a lot of sabotage. And there are schools around there, there are colleges around there, and I'm one person who believes probably there is some people don't want that slaughterhouse because slaughterhouse waste management can become a menace. And as an expert in wastewater treatment, I also challenge the department when they come to building the wastewater treatment facilities. As Mheshimiwa has put it, we'll build these slaughterhouses, and after we build them, somebody will go to court, come with the NEMA sanctions, and the money will have been lost. So if we consider redoing Katoloni, because Machakos, we cannot have such a big town without a slaughterhouse. And we have a lot of free land, even at the head DC, we can have a good slaughterhouse. But taking it back to Katoloni, where it's in the midst of people, where it is in the center of everywhere, even urbanization is coming up, Madam Speaker. So let's rethink. The Department of Livestock should rethink of this. And the other thing which is coming out clearly, Madam Speaker, is on the allocation of these contracts. Madam Speaker, if these contracts were awarded to different people, one, they could not have got into pending bills, because one reason why people get into pending bills is, one, incomplete works. So if somebody is constructing 10 slaughterhouses, they'll not be able to finish in the stated time. So definitely they are not going to make it, Madam Speaker. But if this slaughterhouse was given to 5 different people, definitely, Madam Speaker, those different contractors would have constructed. And when it comes to value for money, it's unfortunate, Madam Speaker.
Point of order, Madam Speaker.
A point of order granted, Honorable DS.
Madam Speaker, I'm worried Honorable Mike is talking of 5 contractors when we only had 3 contracts. I don't know whether it means that one contract should be given to 2 or 3 contractors. So, Honorable Mike, the contracts were only 3. So I think they were only 4. So we could only have a maximum of 4 contractors. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you for the correction.
In English, in literature, allegory, example. I was giving an example so that if we have more for an equal, in a better simple language, we are saying 1 project, 1 contractor for efficiency. That's what DS I'm trying to say. I'm not speaking specific on this because DS, you are going to understand, Madam, let me address the chair. Sorry for that. You're going to understand that 1 contractor is constructing 4 different slaughterhouses. This contractor has not been paid. She has made the stalling of 4 big projects for the last 3 years because of very little amount to be paid. Madam Speaker, we were about even to mobilize the community and start using it by force. But because we think it's better we use it the way it is, we would rather just use our own means, because we are suffering and we are eating meat which you don't know where it is coming from. Maybe we are even eating meat from the forest, and we don't really understand, Madam Speaker. So this thing, I believe the recommendation that have been done to the Agriculture Committee, even the 21 days are better, but Madam Speaker, if we can have this matter resolved immediately, because I believe the money which was used is there. As the chair has also in the report alluded, value for money, Madam Speaker. When you come to Kimutwa Slaughterhouse and look at how 8 millions looks like, for your information, Chair, that piece of land is 30 by 40. It's not even 100 by 50. It's a very small plot. And I believe in future, because we have a lot of land for public in Kalama Ward, we can reconsider even the relocation of that slaughterhouse, because it's a very small slaughterhouse. It's meant to get around 5 cows per day, but the place, the location, but what we want at the moment, we don't want to just like, we are going to say like the Kamba proverb that says, a free goat, somebody does not look for the teeth. So it's better than when it is not there. So, Madam Speaker, thank you. And we are going
Goat
to...
is this which is free?
Yes, we would rather have the goat without the teeth, which is free, than have the goat with the teeth and it will wait forever. So we want that teethless goat to be implemented. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Honorable Mbuva was to go on. Then now I will give an opportunity to Honorable Kitaka. I know the team comes from your place. And also Honorable Ndawa.
Thank you. Thank you.
Proceed, Honorable Mbuva.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for granting me this opportunity. For the record, I am Charles Mbuva, member representing Kangundo Westward. And Madam Speaker, I resonate with this matter because I am the chair of the Committee of Agriculture, the department where this report is generated from, or which is associated with this report. Madam Speaker, just like my colleagues, I'll begin by congratulating the Chair Committee of Implementation and the entire committee for doing a thorough job, for pursuing implementation. Because, Madam Speaker, for clarity, that committee is not taking the place of the Committee of Agriculture. That committee is kind of a police committee. In quotes, it's a committee to pursue implementations across the board. It happens that in this case, it is pursuing implementations of projects that are within the docket of agriculture. So that is where I draw relevance to speak on this matter. Madam Speaker, I also want to agree with the member for Kalama, Mheshimiwa Boniface Maeke, for kind of straightening some of the extremes which may have arisen from the report. Madam Speaker, just on a light note, actually the Kimutra abattoir is not just 10 meters from the Catholic Church. I didn't have a tape measure when I visited there, but at least it is about 100 meters. Because, Madam Speaker, 10 meters will just be like where you are. The day the Committee of Agriculture visited the site, even before the project started, and we were graciously hosted by the Honorable Member for Kalama, whom we actually had lunch together. So
I think what the member was trying to say, that it is important to have public participation.
Yes, Madam Speaker. I'm just speaking to that.
Okay.
We had thorough engagement, even before the commencement of the project, not at the level of handing over the project, but familiarizing. And it is true what Mheshimiwa Maeke is saying, the need is there. There is dire need, and the people wanted the slaughterhouse done like immediately. It is true, we went to ascertain about the size of the land, the location of the plot. And Madam Speaker, you appreciate, in most parts of the country, even in national governments, projects fail to take off because of the challenges of land. You know, land is a depleting utility. Land is not increasing. And then, Madam Speaker, sometimes government is forced to do a project just where it can get the land. There is a conflict between the need of the people and the availability of the land. And citing even an example, we have seen even a national park in this country ceding way to have a highway because the need is there. The national park is also important, but even the need is there and it had to cede ground. So I also want to put it without challenging the report because I know ultimately, Madam Speaker, you will recommend the follow-up to our committee. I don't intend to preempt what my committee will do going forward, but I just want to put to you, in Kimutwa, that aspect of where we can have availability of land was a very big challenge. And Madam Speaker, I also want to put to you and to the House, in some places there are also conflicts. In some places there are also conflicts, Madam Speaker. You'll find that when leaders and opinion and rich people within a community understand there is a project which is coming up, actually at Kimutwa somebody tried to approach us and tell us he has better land where this project can be situated.
Point of information, Honorable Speaker.
Point of information granted.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I just want to draw to your attention that we did not extend the time, and we have only less than 15 minutes. So I'm requesting that you limit the time. If it's 2 minutes, so that we can be able to conclude the matter before the appointed time. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Madam
Very
Speaker.
important, Honorable Buva.
Yes, Madam.
Shorten it so that you don't go beyond 30.
Okay, thank you, Madam Speaker. I'm well guided. I will only need 3 minutes. I am highlighting key issues as a chair of the committee.
You're going to consume all the time.
I'm requesting only 3 out of 15.
Okay.
Madam Speaker, there will be a balance of 12. Okay. Madam Speaker, at Kimutwa, you know, Madam Speaker, I've not spoken in this house for some time. I was... I have accumulated.
Point of information, Madam Speaker. As he takes the 3 minutes, he should be able to tell us that, how many people is sharing the remaining balance, because we may be more than what he thinks. So maybe I would request he sticks to the 2 minutes you have directed. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, 2 minutes.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The discretion of the number of people is yours, Madam Speaker. Coming to Catoloni, there is a serious conflict.
I want to give members who would like to contribute some. I know why Honorable Joanna wants to contribute.
Thank you. Thank
because
you.
One
because
of
Mutituni.
Yeah.
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Yeah, so.
Honorable Joanna has wasted the balance of 12 minutes. Madam Speaker, at Catoloni, there is a serious conflict. The level of vandalism was not just the normal, what you call thievery or thuggery. It was sabotage, where a complete facility has virtually been destroyed like it was serious. Before even this report, we were having engagement with the department, and our line of thinking, because, Madam Speaker, there is a difficult, when a project is done and other people, private developers also encroach with their facilities, who should move? Is it the government or the person who comes to build later? We think we cannot be in the business of shifting every government facility because private developers have encroached. Otherwise, we will be supposed to move everything, because people will be encroaching every other day. So, Madam Speaker, we think for Catoloni, even before going for the repair works, we were proposing, first of all, a concrete fence so that the whole place is secured. First of all, we have a perimeter wall for the whole facility, and probably install CCTVs so that we check that level of vandalism, because it was too much. Madam Speaker, I will spare the rest of the points. I am happy with the report because it did not give the department zero. I was hearing partially implemented, partially implemented, partially implemented. That means that something was being done. It would have been worse if the report was nothing done, nothing done, nothing done. So we will pursue, Madam Speaker, as I rest. I will save the rest of the energy for the time I will be tabling the report within the days that you recommend. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much. That is very elaborate. Honorable Kitaka. Then Honorable Ndawa, then Mheshimiwa Joanna. And we end it at Mheshimiwa Joanna, please.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I am Honorable Francis Kitaka, representing the great people of Ndalani, and the Chair of Finance and Revenue Collection. With your permission, I want to take this opportunity to welcome my neighbors at home. This is the school where I went to, Goliba Primary. That is in the years of 80s.
Yes.
The madam in charge, the head of institution, Madam Berita, the teachers and the pupils feel welcome. This is where we make laws for our county and also deliberate on matters that are touching on people of Machakos. Honorable Speaker, I want to go straight to the matter in front of this House. First and foremost, I want to thank the Chair, Implementation Committee, and the team for the good work that you've done. This is a very informative report that has been tabled today. I want to say it is important that the executive takes care and adheres to the contract periods that are awarded in every contract that is given out. Because we are having issues whereby a contractor gets a job to do, and then it takes even more than a year before conclusion. Honorable Speaker, we have tabled reports here in this assembly, even as Finance Chair, about the timelines that are always taken during the procurement plan. Most of these projects are delayed and crosses over to the other financial year because of late procurement. It is something that our executive needs to take care of so that at least we can achieve the desired goals of these projects. Honorable Speaker, we also have to challenge the executive on the to employ high levels of professionalism. It is important that if you are given a task to perform, you perform it diligently to a level that nobody can complain, or if there is any, at least there will be very minimal. So I'm seeing issues of laxity, which needs to be handled, and it is important that we also note that we are working with very limited resources, and the available resources that are already been outlined to be spent in a particular project should be used promptly. Honorable members, I am a victim of delayed or stalled projects in Ndalani Ward, where contractors are given jobs to do, and when it is even quarter way, somebody runs away, raises a certificate, and if it is not paid, he then quits the project. So it is important that we also encourage the executive to give contracts to people who have the muscles and ability to perform the tasks, so that at least the executive will achieve the goal, and the members and the consumers will also be able to enjoy the facility that they expected. Honorable Speaker,
You need to be winding up.
Honorable Speaker, as I wind up, it is important that we realize as a House and as a Finance Chair, I want to urge our new Finance CCM, that in the next budget, we must be very, very careful setting our OSR, because it is also contributing to the pending bills. If we say we are going to collect 4 billion as our own source revenue, and we end up getting 2 billion, then it doesn't add up. At the end of the day, we will be getting so much pending bills, and we'll be also be not in a position to achieve what we wanted to achieve as an assembly. So thank you, Madam Speaker, and I support the report. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Honorable Ndawa.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Again, I want to say, to welcome these future leaders. I can see governors there. I can see president there. I can see legislators there. And I can see very senior officers seated there. Mheshimiwa Kitaka said he went to the school where you are coming from. So if you manage to be in this house, you can also manage to be the National Assembly or to hold any position in this nation. So karibuni sana. Honorable Speaker, coming to the matter before the House, I want to be very brief. Number one, I want to thank the chair for bringing a very elaborate and self-explanatory report. It is good, and I want to thank him because of one reason. I served in the Second Assembly. The Committee on Implementation never brought any report to this house. But this committee is doing marvelous because we are getting reports from the committee. Secondly, Honorable Speaker, the report is good, but there are some questions which are not answered. So, Honorable Speaker, we have been told by the committee that the project or the slaughterhouses were inherited from the national government. They were constructed a long time ago. And we have heard from the report that some of the slaughterhouses are in areas where we have very close neighbors, such that the neighbors are complaining. Honorable Speaker, the committee is not telling us who came first. There is this Mutuda law, which was brought some time back, which was saying a bar should not be less than 300 meters from a school. If a bar was established and the school came and found the bar there, who is supposed to move? Of course, the school who came late is the one who is supposed to move. So we cannot approve that the slaughterhouses be moved, because I believe the slaughterhouses are built on government land. And the same government is the one which allocated those other than me. So, Honorable Speaker, the issue of moving those slaughterhouses, I don't agree with. Again, Honorable Speaker, a need arises from the department after getting views from the public. Mheshimiwa Mayaga has talked about public participation, which is provided for by in the Article 10 of the Constitution. Honorable Speaker, I want to believe any project which is being undertaken by the government should be,
please wind up.
Yes, should be captured in the NDP and CIDP. So I've consulted with Mheshimiwa Mayaga and he has confirmed that those projects are within the NDP and the CIDP. So if those two development plans were approved, it means there was proper public participation. Lastly, Honorable Speaker, is the issue of monies which were allocated. The committee has now started usurping powers of another committee, because I believe Park Committee is the one which to talk about funds, how they have been used, after getting a report from the Auditor General, who is mandated by the Constitution to handle issues of finances. So I would request the committee to stick to their mandate and not encroach on other committees' mandate. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Honorable Johanna, I request to be very, very, very brief so that we don't cross over our time.
Okay, thank you, Madam Speaker. I'll be very brief. I'm Honorable Johanna, representing the great people of Mutituni. Madam Speaker, I want to start by appreciating and applauding the committee for the good report. And Madam Speaker, I would have talked generally about what the report had discussed, but I'll just narrow to Mutituni Slaughterhouse. One, the need to have a slaughterhouse came up mainly on two issues. One, on the status of health with reference to the existing slaughterhouse and the health threat it posed to the residents. And two, the fact that that slaughterhouse holds a high workload in terms of the animals slaughtered, either within Mutituni area and even Machakos. Madam Speaker, going by the fact that the same has really taken a while to have the projects completed, the challenges have not been able to be solved. The location of the slaughterhouse, Mutituni Slaughterhouse, is sandwiched by the market, the shopping center, and also a nearby river. And in terms of contour, Madam Speaker, the slaughterhouse is located at the lowest point of the terrain of that area, and therefore all the water runoff, the rainwater runoff, pours towards the direction of the slaughterhouse, with the existing poor lagoons, all the water accumulates there, picks all the dirt and channels the same to the river, which is now the users downstream are at a high risk of maybe getting or rather contracting very serious health problems. Having the project taken so long, we are saying the people, the residents of that area continue to be at risk, and therefore they need to have the project speeded up and completed within the shortest time possible. The location of the slaughterhouse is on the windward side of the shopping center, and therefore the pollution, the air pollution, is directed towards the eating houses there, the market, and everybody is enjoying, is also at risk of also contracting some serious health issues owing to the wind flow, the direction of the wind flow. Therefore, Madam Speaker, as I was going through the report and on the recommendations, because I am shortening my presentation, I was expecting the recommendations given to be executed within 21 days to have also have indicated on when we expect those facilities to be in use. But that lacks in the recommendation. So as maybe you give direction, I would still insist that we want Motituni Slaughterhouse to be completed within the shortest time possible. The slab which was erected, the slab, the contractor left holes where the hoist system was supposed to be installed. And when it rains, the water collects on the slab and pours inside the slaughterhouse.
The chair
and therefore,
might not
the
have
risk
time
of
to respond.
having
have a minute.
the entire building collapse. Thank you, Madam Speaker, and I wish to end my submission there. Thank you.
I wanted to say this that when the recommendation says that the Agriculture Committee visits or should go and implement those recommendations, I think you'll get an opportunity as a community to be listened to by that committee. So those are the points you should have, then they can be put to the committee concerned. Sorry, time is running out. I want to invite the mover to very briefly just...
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I don't want even to take a minute. I want to thank my committee and the entire Secretariat and the office for facilitating this report. And I want to say that from the discussions of the members' submissions by the committee, all other matters that have been raised, we stand guilty as charged. I submit. Thank you.
Thank you. I just want to state that the recommendations as stated in this report should be implemented by the concerned within 21 days. And that is the Committee on Agriculture. Bring that report to this House within 21 days. Put in consideration all that which has been the concerns raised by members here, and let it be very detailed, very detailed. Thank you. At this point, I now put the question that, pursuant to Standing Order 188, this House adopts the report on implementation of House resolutions by Select Committee on Agriculture regarding implementation status of Mavoko, Kimutua, Mutituni, and Katoloni slaughterhouses laid on the table of the House on Tuesday, 5th August 2025. As many of the opinions say ayes, as many of the contrary opinions say nay, the ayes have it. Thank you, members. House adjourns to Tuesday, 7th October 2025 at 2:30 p.m. See you then, members.